On July 28, 2023, April Holt recorded what would be her final social media post. She smiled at the camera, explaining her upcoming divorce, how she and her husband remain best friends, how they'd co-parent their child, how this was the right choice for both of them. Story time. We are getting divorced because that's our decision. It's my best friend, I still love him to death. 2 weeks after this video, April was found dead in her bathroom, a plastic bag taped around her head. Police quickly called it suicide. They ignored the bruises on her body. They dismissed her 7-year-old son, who saw his mother's feet lying motionless under the bathroom door. They overlooked the fingerprints that would later tell a very different story. Welcome to True Crime Stories Archive. Each week, we bring you cases that challenge what we think we know, cases that remind us that truth often hides in plain sight. If this is your first time here, join our community by subscribing. Hit that notification bell to never miss an upload. Tonight, we'll show you how a marriage that looked picture perfect on social media ended in death, and how one mother's relentless search for answers finally brought the truth to light. April Holt grew up in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, a growing community just outside Nashville. After graduating from Riverdale High School in 2012, she discovered her passion for beauty and turned it into a career. Working as a lash technician, April built her own business from the ground up. She didn't just provide services, she shared her knowledge, creating tutorials and teaching others her craft. I just pray and send good energy to anybody who's seeing this. I hope you have an amazing day on purpose. Be intentional, grow just a little bit. Progress over perfection. That was April's message to her 200,000 TikTok followers. Her social media became a space where she shared not just beauty tips, but messages of faith, growth, and positivity. Then came Donovan Holt. Their story began as friendship, just two people who connected, laughed together, shared dreams. Their social media captured these moments: playful videos, trending challenges, love that seemed to radiate through every frame. If we weren't friends first, we wouldn't have lasted, Donovan said in one of their videos. April agreed, her smile bright as she looked at him. Their family grew. April had a daughter, Serenity, from a previous relationship. Then came Denzel, her son with Donovan. Their home echoed with children's laughter, filled with moments captured and shared online: family dance videos, morning routines, holiday celebrations. To their followers, the Holts represented relationship goals. Every post showed a couple who had mastered the balance of marriage, friendship, and family. A couple who knew how to keep love alive while building their dreams. Yet those same carefully curated posts would later become evidence in a murder investigation. Every morning, April would start her day with a video. She'd share her coffee routine, her gratitude practice, her morning affirmations. Her followers watched as she and Donovan created what looked like a perfect life together. You want to know the hardest part about being a Christian? Not even being a Christian, being an enlightened spiritual being is listening to your spirit over your loud ego, April told her followers one morning. The comments section filled with praise. Couple goals. You two are blessed. Love your energy together. But the camera didn't capture everything. While April and Donovan posted videos of date nights and family moments, they were living apart. Their bank accounts told a story of financial strain. The house they shared had become two separate homes. April poured herself into personal growth. Her social media shifted from couple content to spiritual guidance. She spoke about manifestation, about finding inner peace, about listening to her intuition. By July 2023, April made a decision. She filed for divorce. We're getting divorced because that's our decision, April announced in a TikTok video, Donovan beside her. He's my best friend. I still love him to death. We still have a child together. Donovan nodded along. She has a path to go, I got a path to go, but our paths are parallel. Nothing's going to change, April assured their followers. Look at him, I would never lose this forever. They made divorce look easy. Their video went viral, a blueprint for conscious uncoupling, for putting children first, for remaining friends after marriage. Their followers praised their maturity. News outlets picked up the story. "This is how divorce should be." The comments read, "Such beautiful souls. Thank you for showing us it's possible." 2 weeks after that announcement, April stopped posting. Her morning coffee videos ended. Her spiritual messages ceased. Her social media went silent. And her followers had no idea why. July 28, 2023 started like every other morning in April's home. She woke up early, made her coffee, and opened her journal, a morning ritual her followers knew well. 7-year-old Denzel was already awake, staying close to his mother as she wrote her daily intentions. That morning, April hugged her son tight, kissed his forehead, and told him she loved him. She couldn't have known it would be their last morning together. The walls in their apartment were thin. As the morning progressed, neighbors heard voices rising. April and Donovan were arguing, their words muffled but their tone clear through the walls. Denzel sat in his room, listening. The shouting grew louder, then suddenly stopped. Something made Denzel walk to the bathroom door. He lowered himself to the floor and peered underneath. There, on the cold tiles, he saw his mother's feet. They weren't moving. Denzel ran back to his room and waited. Minutes later, Donovan's voice came calmer now. He got Denzel dressed, made him breakfast, sat with him at the table. "Go check on your mom," Donovan told his son. Denzel walked to the bathroom door. It was locked. He tried the handle again, this time it opened. What he saw next would haunt him forever. His mother lying on the bathroom floor, a plastic bag taped tightly around her head. Denzel ran. The next moments blurred together. A 911 call. Paramedics rushing in. Hospital doors swinging open. April was still breathing when they found her, but there was no brain activity. For 3 days, machines kept her alive. On July 31, 2023, April Holt was pronounced dead. The medical examiner quickly ruled it suicide. Case closed. But Denzel knew what he saw. He told the police about the argument. About his mother's feet on the floor. About finding her body. They didn't listen. They didn't want to hear how a 7-year-old boy became the key witness in his mother's death. Jamie Dickerson stood in the hospital room, looking at her daughter's body. The police had their story: suicide. A mother who took her own life. A tragic end. But Jamie saw something else. She saw the bruises on April's neck. Dark marks on her ankles. Signs that told a different story. A mother knows her child, and Jamie knew April would never leave her children this way. The police report sat incomplete. Basic evidence procedures ignored. The plastic bag, the very item that ended April's life, never tested for fingerprints. Witness statements filed away. Timeline gaps unexplained. Jamie started asking questions. Why were their bruises consistent with restraint? Why did the police close the case so quickly? Why did they ignore Denzel's account? She requested case files, autopsy reports, police records. Each document revealed more oversights. The neighbors who heard arguing that morning? Their statements buried in files. The bruises on April's body? Dismissed without investigation. The plastic bag? Never sent to forensics. Jamie took to social media. She shared April's story. Posted evidence photos. Demanded answers. Her posts gained traction. People started listening. Then came the gag order. The police response? Silence Jamie. A legal order preventing her from speaking about her own daughter's death until Denzel turned 18. 8 years of forced silence. Jamie's answer? A photo of herself, mouth taped shut, holding a sign. Day 1. Every day, she posted a new photo. Same tape. Same silence. Same count. Day 2. Day 3. Day 4. Day 5. She couldn't speak, but her message rang clear. They couldn't stop her from fighting for April. While the photos spread online, Jamie worked privately. She tracked down forensic experts. Had the autopsy reviewed. Gathered evidence. Finally, she got what she needed. The plastic bag was tested. The results? A single set of fingerprints. They didn't belong to April. They belonged to Donovan Holt. The truth was there all along, hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone to look. Jamie had the evidence, but she needed one more thing: the truth from Donovan himself. She faced him with a recording device running. Laid out the facts. The bruises. The fingerprints. The stage scene. "I know what happened to my daughter," Jamie told him. "And I'm not stopping until everyone else knows too." That's when Donovan broke. His confession spilled out on tape. He admitted to strangling April during their argument. Described how anger took over. How he ended her life. Then, he revealed the calculated steps that followed: placing the plastic bag over her head, securing it with tape, crafting the suicide scene. The most chilling detail? He sent their 7-year-old son to discover his mother's body. Jamie took the recording straight to the police. They couldn't ignore this evidence. The case reopened. Medical examiners reviewed April's death. The official cause of death changed from suicide to homicide. But Donovan had vanished. Police tracked him to San Antonio, Texas. He started a new life, trying to outrun his past. In July 2024, U.S. Marshals found him. He was arrested and extradited back to Tennessee. The charges came: reckless homicide, evidence tampering, false reporting. Yet even from jail, Donovan tried to maintain control. Despite the evidence, despite his confession, despite Denzel's fear of him, he fought for custody of his son. "I feel like my dad's the one who did everything," Denzel told the court. "I feel like my dad's the one who always made my mom mad or sad. I don't feel like I can be around him." Still, the judge granted shared custody. Jamie watched as her grandson was forced to spend time with the man he feared, the man who confessed to killing his mother. The legal battle wasn't over. It was just beginning. The charge of reckless homicide wasn't enough. Not for a man who staged his wife's death. Not for someone who made his son find her body. Not for a calculated act that left 2 children without their mother. People started paying attention. A petition circulated online demanding the charges be upgraded to first-degree murder. Thousands signed. The message was clear: this wasn't a reckless act, it was premeditated. In the midst of legal proceedings, April's children found their own ways to fight. Serenity, April's daughter, picked up a pen and wrote to the district attorney. "My mom was everything to me," she wrote. "She wouldn't leave us by choice. She had plans. She had dreams. She was teaching me to be strong. Now I have to be strong without her." Denzel spoke through his art. His drawings told stories of that morning, stories that still haunted him. Stories the courts needed to hear. Together, the children started Hugs from Heaven, a charity in their mother's name. They collected blankets for the homeless, the elderly, children in need. Each blanket carried a tag. "A hug from April Holt. Mom always said to turn pain into purpose," Serenity explained. "This is our purpose now." The case heads to trial in 2025. Jamie continues her fight to protect Denzel, to upgrade the charges, to ensure her daughter's death wasn't minimized by the justice system. Every day, she posts her silent protest photo. The count continues. The tape remains. The message grows stronger. Day 156. Day 157. Day 158. Each number represents another day waiting for justice. Another day April's children live without their mother. Another day Jamie fights to turn her daughter's story into change. April Holt's story reaches beyond the headlines, beyond the courtroom, beyond social media filters. It asks questions we need to answer. How many cases are closed too quickly? How many families accept official rulings because they don't know they can question them? The perfect social media marriage masked a different reality. While followers watched April and Donovan's smiling videos, they couldn't see the separation, the struggles, the signs. Their perfect divorce announcement gained viral attention yet became April's final post. Jamie now speaks at domestic violence awareness events. She teaches other families how to advocate for their loved ones, how to question authorities, how to fight when the system fails them. She shows them her daughter's case, how evidence was overlooked, how a child's testimony was ignored, how persistence revealed truth. If I had stayed silent, Jamie tells them, April's death would still be called a suicide. My grandson would still think no one believed him. The fingerprints would remain untested. The bruises unexplained. April's impact lives on through her children. Through Serenity, who turns blankets into hugs for strangers. Through Denzel, who speaks his truth through art. Through the thousands who signed petitions, shared posts, demanded justice. Her story changes how people view perfect social media couples. It reminds them that posts show moments, not reality. That smiling videos can hide pain. That even conscious uncoupling announcements might mask danger. April's voice, once heard through morning coffee videos and spiritual guidance, now speaks through those she left behind. Through every question asked, every case reopened, every life potentially saved by her story. April Holt's case remains open. Her story continues to unfold. Jamie still posts her silent protest photos each day, counting the days until justice arrives. Donovan awaits trial. You can help keep April's story alive. Share this video. Talk about the warning signs. Question what you see on social media. Remember that perfect posts don't always tell the whole story. If you know someone facing domestic violence, resources are available. We've listed helpline numbers in the description below. One call might save a life. Jamie checks our comments section regularly. Your messages of support mean everything to April's family. Leave your thoughts below. Join our True Crime Stories archive community. Subscribe to ensure you never miss a case that needs to be told. Ring that notification bell.